What's up, guys? It's Matt. I wanted to do a video for you here because I know sometimes along your medical sales journey, you're going to be thinking, should I want the corporate job, like the big names, like the Medtronics, the Strykers, the Johnson and Johnson, or would a startup potentially be better for me? So I wanted to deep dive into this because I have worked for both and kind of give my experience working for both, so that if you are going through this journey, that you might be able to give it the best shot that you have because of insights from someone who has been in both to cross-reference for whatever you are trying to do. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is what you will be paid. This might not actually like coincide exactly with what you're going through, but I'm going to tell you like my experience. In my experience, I got paid more actually working for the smaller company because when you think about it, the larger company, right, generally speaking, larger has a lot of market share. So they're able to sell a lot more implants. They're a bigger company. Their products are generally so good that they sell themselves, right? Physicians usually reach out to these companies because they want to use their things. So the value of a rep goes way down because the physicians will want to use the product anyway without you, the sales rep, really getting it in the door. So just think these people that work at these bigger companies. Now, this isn't all of the time, but this happens a lot of the time. The people that are employed by these bigger companies are more just service workers for the bigger companies, right? So, with that being said, they generally don't have to pay them that much because the product sells itself. The sales rep usually isn't the one that gets it in the door. Now, like I said before, that's not all the time that that happens, but sometimes, that's been the experience that I've seen. Now, if you are with a startup or some company that's very new, doesn't have a lot of market share in the area, and you're going out there selling a lot of it and providing amazing service, generally speaking, you might get paid a lot more, right? So, because this is something that is completely new, they don't have business. You're the one that is spreading that business and giving a positive result for their company. So, they're going to pay you a lot more for it. Now, I want to talk about some cons here of this, right? So, the cons of this is going to be if you're at a big corporate conglomerate, you a lot of time get way better benefits, way better insurance, way better like company car, mileage, stipend, like those kind of things that you might not get with a smaller startup company. Generally speaking, you are, safer at a bigger company because those implants and those products are going to be around. So the surgeons are going to use them. So you don't have to sell as hard. Whereas with a smaller company, you might be completely eating what you kill. So with that being said as well, if you are that kind of person that is just a real hunter, a real sales go-getter, I honestly think smaller companies a lot of the time could be a great avenue because you're going to be able to scale your business so much quicker than you will with the larger companies. And also, larger companies typically have smaller territories because they have like a lot more reps, a lot more resources, a lot more business. So one rep can't cover a whole entire huge territory by themselves. So they typically have multiple reps in multiple territories. So what that means for you is that you are going to be boxed in a lot of the time to a specific territory with a bigger company. You work for a smaller company with a smaller product, you get a lot more territory, so a lot more chance to build your brand. Now, I speak to a lot of younger medical device sales reps all the time. Here's one thing that I want you to really keep in mind. I need you to think, am I really enjoying this job because of all the benefits that it provides me? Or am I going to be enjoying this job and wanting this job because I can put it on a resume and a big company looks cool on a resume? This was me for a little while because I used to think that this was cool. Like working for this company and being able to put this on a resume is amazing. But the bigger companies know that, and they know that you're able to put all of that on a resume and it looks good. And even if they are paying you very bad, they really do think that you should be thankful for working for them because they are such a big company with such a big portfolio, and the company does extremely, extremely well. So that's something I want to think of. Are you really taking this job because of the benefits, the pay, and all of that, or are you taking this job because it looks really good on a resume and you can tell your friends that you work for Johnson and Johnson or etc.? So think about all of those things when you are interviewing. I'm definitely not saying that working for a large company is bad. Usually all of these are good, right? Startups, large companies, like all of them are good. None of them are going to be bad exclusively. But just pick and choose based on your personality type what you really want. Because some reps, to be honest, would rather just service the cases that come to them and they don't like to sell that much and they're completely fine with servicing what they have. Other reps want to go grow things. They're more of an entrepreneurial mind, such as myself. I was always that way. Um, and they're not going to want to be trapped into certain things. So keep that in mind when you're choosing a large company or a startup. No wrong answers. There's only going to be a right or a wrong answer dependent on you and what you value as an individual. So reach out to me if you have any questions.